Hi, I'm Angela,
And I'm Sarah.
and we're both teachers of Transcendental Meditation at the Glasgow Centre.
So, we're going to have a little chat now and find out a bit more about each other in case we don't know each other enough already. As we thought people might be interested in our background and how we got to learn TM. So, Angela, let's start with you. So, you have been teaching TM in Glasgow for a long time. How many years?
Yes, I learned TM in the year 2000 and I became a teacher in 2005. So that's almost 20 years.
It's a very long time.
It is, but it has flown by. It has flown by. It seems like only yesterday.
So how did you first find out about TM? Was it in Glasgow that you learnt or?
Yes, so I was a student in Glasgow and I studied occupational therapy, and then that led me to go on to work as an addiction counsellor. And then during that time, I was looking for um, a meditation technique that would give me some calmness, quietness, settledness, something that would allow me to work more effectively with the client group I was working with, which was addiction. And, it's quite demanding work. People are coming in, they have a lot of stress, a lot of issues. And if you as a therapist, you don't have a way to dissolve that stress within yourself and process it, then, it can pass on from one person to another. You can accumulate that stress in your system. So I was looking, as I say, for something to help me dissolve and process the stress. And then that would allow me to work more effectively and to be a better listener, be more patient and tolerant and compassionate, and have better advice for the people I was meeting.
So had you tried other types of meditation, or was TM the first meditation that you tried?
No, I was exploring meditations for quite a while, and I was doing various different types of meditation. And but what I found was they would work to varying degrees depending where I was and how I was. If I was away up someplace remote and already feeling relaxed, then I got, a nice experience. But when I was back and in the busy life and there was chaos, and then I found it difficult. I struggled, actually. It became more of a chore.
Right. Meditation shouldn't be a chore.
No, that's exactly what Maharshi said.
And so you went to study in the US though, didn't you? For a little while before you became a TM teacher.
Yes, yeah. So then I got involved with Maharshi Ayurveda, which is a natural system of healthcare, and it gives very simple, practical advice on diet, routine, herbs you can take that will improve your health. And that was being run from the Glasgow TM Centre. So then while I was there, they were advising me obviously to learn TM. And then eventually I did.
Reluctantly.
Well, I did because I was finding that the other meditations that I was doing weren't really giving me what I needed.
Right.
So I wanted something deep. I wanted something that I could do anywhere. And I wanted also to have a teacher that could guide me and explain my experiences like that. So I went into TM, got into TM, and then that really, it helped me in my work, but it also made me aware of the shortcomings in my work, in the sense that I felt what I was providing was giving short-term benefit to people, but it wasn't really getting to the root of the problem. So then that inspired me to go to the US to study at Maharshi International University. And at that university, all the students practiced TM as part of their curriculum. So it was really a very wonderful and life-changing experience. I had, was able to settle my mind and bring that relaxation and that clarity, mental clarity. Yeah, so I got a lot of benefits when I learned TM from, well, when I was at the university. I really, felt that really that TM has to be the first prescription for everybody, because if you can manage your mind, you can manage everything. If you take the stress and the fatigue out of the body, then your health will naturally improve, and you'll also just spontaneously and naturally be doing the right things. So, yes, so that's really what inspired me to become a teacher of TM.
Great. So you did your training to become a TM teacher, and then you came back to Glasgow. Were you still working with the addiction counselling at all, or?
No, when I became a teacher and I came back, then I was working full-time, running the Glasgow TM Centre, and I've been full-time ever since.
So do you still help people who do suffer from addiction with the TM though now?
Yes, I mean, people from all walks of life and all ages and all backgrounds and all sorts of issues come to learn TM. But yes, it's been a lot of people learn TM to help with addiction, because it's so effective at, as I say, reducing the stress in the physiology and in the mind and the emotions, and therefore it brings an effect whereby then they don't fall back, they don't relapse. It reduces the need to have any other substance to bring balance. You're creating that balance from within, you're strengthening from within, the change is coming from within, and therefore you're not relying on anything on the outside.
So yeah, so many people do come to learn TM, to help with health issues, don't they? Mental or physical health issues. So do you feel like, your background in healthcare has obviously been, very helpful in your TM teaching as well, actually?
Oh yes, indeed, because as I say, you're dealing with so many different types of people with so many different types of issues, that the more understanding you have, the better. Yeah.
No, I know. I often come to you for your wisdom on health issues. So, not my own health issues. Okay, so you've been full-time TM teacher for 25 years. No.
19.
19 years.
Yes.
What is your favourite thing about teaching TM? You must like it.
Yes.
To have done it for this long.
It really is the best job I've ever had and ever will have, I imagine. There's so many favourite things, about being a teacher of TM. If I was to pick one or two, the first one would be that this is a technique that I have to give people, which is very, very effortless, very natural. It's effective straight away, and it allows people to be self-sufficient. It gives them independence, you could say, and in doing so, then it gives confidence. So it's very empowering, and it reminds me of the old Chinese proverb. Give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. Teach him how to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. So it's like that. And then I guess my second favourite thing is the beautiful people I meet. We meet.
Yeah.
Really, really lovely people who are, looking for deeper solutions and who want to grow and evolve.
Yeah. No, I think that's definitely one of my favourite things about the job as well. Yeah, we meet such a range of people as well, don't we? Like, you can never have any preconceptions about the sort of person that would do TM. Like, you get people from all different backgrounds, ages, situations, and it just works for everyone because it doesn't require any kind of intellectual understanding of a philosophy or anything like that. It's just such a simple mental technique that helps them all. Nice.
Yes.
Thanks, Angela.
Well, I think now that's enough about me. I think people would like to know a little bit about you.
My story is not as interesting as yours.
Oh, no. I don't think so. I think I'm quite jealous, actually. So tell me how you came, first of all, to learn TM.
Well, I came to learn TM without really even realising, because I was so young. It wasn't so much a conscious decision on my part. No, so I learnt as a child. As you know, my parents are TM teachers. So I learnt the children's technique that you learn when you're 4, which you do not sitting down with the eyes closed, but you do it, you know, playing with your toys, getting ready for school. So I learnt that, and then I learnt the sitting down technique when I was 10. I remember that being very exciting, that now I get to do the grown-up technique, sitting down with the eyes closed. So yeah, I was very fortunate that I've always had the technique. Can't say that I've always done the technique regularly, but my parents were very good in that they never did push it upon me. You know, they gave me that tool, and then it was up to me whether I wanted to use it. And, you know, for a long time it was there, but it was something they mainly did, and I would maybe do it sometimes. But then it was after uni, I was back home living with my parents, and I remember my mum saying, oh, there's this TM retreat. It's on a beach in Croatia. I was like, okay, you have my attention. How do I go? So I went, and that was the real life-changing moment for me, I think, because that's when I met all these young people who were my age and, you know, similar to my other friends, but these guys did TM as well, and we had that in common. And it was just an incredible week. It was really lovely. Still a lot of my really good friends I met on that week, and it actually became kind of an annual retreat which we all went to. And yeah, since then I've basically been really regular in the practice, and I can't live without it now. I don't know how people get through a day without it, because it's just that, it's that recharge, you know, it's that towards the end of the day, you know, you're flagging a bit, you go do your TM, and you've got the energy for the evening, and you enjoy it again. Great. And that silence that you experience during the TM with the regular practice, you just see how it does stay with you throughout the day. I feel like I've got that anchor, you know, to the bottom of the ocean. I'm not being thrown about on the surface so much anymore. So yeah, I really couldn't live without it.
Nice. And then what happened that you became a teacher of TM? What was it that...
Well, I know, that was a surprise to everyone, I think. Because I was, I was living in London, loving life, busy, working in the charity sector. And I really enjoyed my job. I loved my job, loved feeling like I was helping people through the charities work. But then COVID happened. Obviously a lot more time to spend kind of inward at home. Reflect, yes. And also seeing how many people were really struggling with their mental health during that time, weren't they? Like, it was really tough. And I just felt so fortunate that I had this technique in the TM that I felt I had that kind of mental resilience, you know. I wasn't feeling as stressed by the situation as other people were. And yeah, I guess I wanted to just pass that technique on, because the thing about my jobs in the charity sector, especially as a fundraiser, which is what I do when I'm not doing the TM teaching, is you're always a few steps removed from the people that you're helping. Whereas the lovely thing about TM teaching is you really have that personal connection, and you can really see the change that's happening in the person. So then while I was kind of waiting to go and do the training to become a TM teacher, I did some fundraising work for the David Lynch Foundation UK, which is a charity that you're familiar with, that's set up by David Lynch, the film director, to bring TM to groups that have experienced extreme stress or trauma. So at the time we were working with a lot of ambulance staff. So I was kind of coordinating that project and just getting all these amazing emails every day from them saying, oh, thank you so much. I can't believe how much my life has changed. I'm enjoying my job again. I feel like a different person. And I was like, right, I just want to teach this, because it's the best way that you can help people. Is, you know, change really does begin within. If you can help them at that most fundamental level of how they feel within themselves, then everything else kind of does fall into place. You're really getting to the root of the problem rather than just putting the plaster on the wound. So
Fantastic.
And then here I am in Glasgow.
And before we finish up, can you tell me what's your favourite thing about teaching TM?
I think it is, similar to what you said, the people that we meet, just the completely broad spectrum of people that come to learn TM, and just really seeing firsthand the change that happens to them over just a few days, weeks. And just how it's such a simple technique. It's what everyone says. They say, wow, I can do it. You know, people always before they learn say, oh, what if I can't do it? And they always can, and it always works. And it's just really rewarding to see, isn't it?
Well, I'm really very inspired now here.
Are you going to be a TM teacher? We have the best job.
We do, and we're so looking forward to teaching here for decades more. And we're looking forward to meeting you.
Come and see us soon.